皆さんご安全に。やまけいです。ゲーム実況 NBA2K19 マイキャリア、続きやっていきましょう。今日はダラス戦です。それでは行きましょう。
Yo, hurry up.
On the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan.
最近ジャンプボール調子いいな。よし、ホームだし、勝つぞ。
Yeah, they need to pick themselves up.
うまい。
Physically,
ナイス。
you give up a lot going into post-regulation play and losing after 2 overtime periods to an inferior team. Boy, that can take a toll.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. On the wings, it's Doncic and Barnes. Greg Monroe is out there with Tobias Harris, and it's Smith in at the 1 spot. Smitty, in the early part of the schedule, teams with good continuity tend to have an edge. Some teams can't form any continuity at any time, early or late in the season.
We love those teams, and sometimes we evaluate too much by talent. And yes, talent can take you over the hump and get you a championship or get you into the playoffs. But when you have that team that's been together, when there's 80–90% of the guys returning, you know this team can get off to a good start, and then also they usually can sustain throughout the entire year.
The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
This is where he feels 100% comfortable taking all the free points he can get.
Now here's Jackson. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Pass to Ewing. Over Monroe. And the inside basket is good from Ewing. Ewing's got his first points in this one.
And he can be devastating with that little hook shot of his.
Smith kicks to Harris. Back to Smith. Trying to get open is Monroe. Smith, no luck.
You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
Jackson against Smith. Jackson passes to Ewing. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
よしよし、いいぞ。
It's stolen by Davis. To the middle. Here's Ewing, and then Ewing.
Oh,
and that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
And here are the Mavericks now, following the score by New Orleans.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Here's Davis, and he finishes nicely on the
Nice.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Doncic with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. And here's Barnes for 3. Bangs on the trifecta. Barnes has got 5 points so far.
He smiles on these catch-and-shoot opportunities. Barnes very comfortable as a secondary scorer.
And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though, advanced understanding of how to play the game.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. You know, Greg, it's amazing that Doncic, at his age, could already have such a complete offensive game.
I mean, a terrific skill set. In Europe, Doncic spent plenty of time as a primary ball handler. Obviously, can score in a number of ways, just a versatile threat.
Whiteside's checked in for New Orleans. Young comes in for Bogdanovich. Now, here is Young. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. He feeds it to Whiteside. And the jam.
Nice.
The thing about Whiteside, he has a quicker jump than you might expect.
Mavericks trail by 7. Here's Brunson. To the middle. The kick out to Barnes. Dallas, no good that time either.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
Here's Ewing. It's Whiteside, top of the key. New Orleans moving it around. Powell pulls it in.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. He kicks it to Powell. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Ewing. Powell. That's good.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for New Orleans. Leading by 5. Young passes to Campbell. Buries the long range.
Okay.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Brunson, guarded by Jackson. To the inside. It's deflected. Young with the steal. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
Substitution for your
いいね、勝ってる勝ってる。
On the court for the Mavericks. Smith at point and Doncic next to him. Tobias Harris is out there at Greg Monroe. And it's Daniels in at the 3 spot. Here is Daniels. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Right side against Monroe. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Daniels. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Daniels has got his first bucket in this one.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Davis finds Whiteside. Outside Bogdanovich. To the paint. Ewing inside. Guarded by Harris. Mavericks trail by 10. Smith left side. He dishes it to Doncic. Monroe the pass to Smith. Again, the Mavericks score.
Working on his interior game, Smith Jr. is very aware he has what it takes to score from there.
Jackson dishes to Davis. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. The pass to Ewing. Over Harris. Short range. It's good from Ewing. Ewing's got 8 points.
And the hook shot isn't one that a lot of guys use these days.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Harris against Ewing. Free throw line jump shot. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
Well, this whole period for him, it's been challenging. You can tell he's starting to press.
Jackson passes to Whiteside. Here's Bogdanovich, and he bangs it with one hand.
Yeah, the length and height of Bogdanovich is impressive. Outstanding at slamming it down there when he got the chance.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk thick.
いいね、このまま終わりたいね。
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've seen AI really making a difference here.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
They've got Jackson. Davis is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Ewing, and it's Cameron in at the 2 spot. That's the Pelicans 5. Smitty, looking back in your career, what's the most pressure you've felt in a game?
You know, I think the most pressure, you love to be in those games. I think that's when you strive. I think the most pressure I ever felt, and it wasn't a playoff game, it was a championship game, it was that very first game as a rookie, because that game you had nothing to compare to, and it was everything you dreamed about. And that first game, you were finally saying, for me, I couldn't get it out of my head, this is my first NBA game. So I think that was the most pressure game I've ever played in.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Magic had a really nice evening. He ended with 13 points and was also able to collect 6 boards to go along with his scoring. It was a great combination for a guy who's considered to be more of a role player for this team. We'll see what he can bring to the table tonight, Kevin.
Hey, David, thank you. He was such an important part of everything they did in that game.
Yeah, maybe his line in the box score didn't jump off the page, but he was outstanding for them.
You're right. His stats don't tell the whole story. He was all over the floor. It was a great two-way performance in every way.
Dallas calls timeout. Steve, more and more we're seeing NBA players speak out on societal issues. Do you think it's gone too far in any way, or do you think it should go even farther?
No, I think players should speak up. I think in all, all our major sports, in any possible way, I think guys should get a chance to weigh in on what they feel individually. Freedom of speech, and I think our players is just like everybody else. You have freedom of speech. You should be allowed to speak up on issues.
Who's out there now for the Pelicans? Okafor comes in for Anthony Davis. Young is subbed in for Bogdanovich. Jackson kicks to Young. Out to the wing. Okafor dishes to Jackson. Passes to Young.
We'll see.
Pelicans shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And the season numbers for them at
the point out.
Smith finds Zeller. Back to Smith. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Pelicans leading by 14 and stolen by Barnes. Smith on the wing. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Pass to Brunson. Dallas moving the ball around. Smith for 3. And Davis pulls it down.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance.
Ewing the pass to Whiteside. To the inside. Lets it fly. Ewing, good. Ewing's got 10 points in the game.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
And so it's New Orleans with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Mavericks. On the wings, it's Doncic and Barnes. Craig Monroe is out there with Tobias Harris, and it's Smith in at point guard. Clock at 6. Bogdanovich dishes to Davis. And the shot is good.
Nice.
Davis has got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Pelicans.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on. I love how he's been more patient in this second half, shooting only the shots he feels he can make.
Pass to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Craig, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
Inside. Here's Ewing, and then Ewing with the jam.
And it's great to see Bogdanovic spreading the ball out. I mean, possesses good size, which allows him to see over defenders.
Ewing against Monroe. Barnes left side. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
走れ走れ。
The pass to Cameron. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks trail by 20. And here is Barnes. Smith outside. The NBA is so financially stable right now, Steve. What's it been like watching this growth for the league overall?
You know, I've loved it because I think the partnership has been phenomenal. The league is growing both for players and also organizations. They've done a nice job of getting a chance to hammer out some of these issues to making it worthwhile financially for the league and also financially for the players.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Frank Jackson, he's checked in for New Orleans.
Frank Jackson.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. From the low block, he squares up and sinks it.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Smith against Jackson. Smith inside. Rebounded by Jackson. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
Nice fight.
Smith with it, now guarded by Bogdanovic, and Smith gets double teamed, poked away. Now Monroe kicks to Harris. Passes it to Doncic. Feeds it to Monroe. And Monroe with the slam.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Pass to Bogdanovic. New Orleans moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ewing. Up and in with the jumper. And the Pelicans lead by 19. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for New Orleans.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for AI.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
Monroe outside. Davis against Barnes. Kicks it to Daniels. Pass to Monroe. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Count the basket.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Here's Cameron. That's in there.
Nice
with the assist.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
And the pass to Cameron. Now Jackson. He kicks to Ewing. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
You gotta commend this
いい
sort
感
of
じで
dominance.
いい形で勝てたと
Particularly
思い
here
ま
at
す。
home. It's a great
こういう試合を
feeling when you
続けていきたい
play
ですね。
almost a perfect game and to have that
それでは
crowd
次
be
の試合
so
も
pumped up.
頑張っ
Thank
ていき
you
たい
for
と思い
joining
ま
us.
す。
That'll do it for now.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。
Greg Anthony and Steve Smith and